crispy.
Welcome back, guys. I got another toy review of an older set I just got recently. This one is from Terminator 2. This is my absolutely one of my favorite movies of all time. Definitely in my top 5 list of favorite movies of all time. That doesn't involve comic books. You got to have those two separate lists because, top 10 would be all comic book movies. If I didn't split that list apart. But this set's from T2. This is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Came out quite a while ago, at least 10 years ago. I should have looked up to see when it came out. But I've always kind of avoided T2 for some stupid reason. I don't know why. But it's one of the very few franchises I never picked up, and it just happens to be one of my favorite franchises of all time. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. But I just started collecting them, so now it's time to play catch up. But this is the first set I got. This is actually the cheapest Terminator set you're going to find. Sometimes you can find this for cheaper than a single Minimate from almost any other set. So they must have had a pretty large production run. But in it, you got Arnold after he stripped the skin off his arm and he's all tore up. You have Sarah Connor in her assault gear. You have Miles Dyson, and you also have a Terminator from the beginning of the movie, the future scenes, I'm guessing. So let's open them up and take a look. So here we are. From the left, we'll start from the left. We got Miles Dyson, which clothes-wise, he looks great, and there's a lot of detail to his jacket and his undershirt. But the one thing that bothers me about this figure is he's kind of halfway smiling. Does anybody remember when he halfway smiled in the movie? Because I don't remember him smiling in the movie. He's either scared or pretty much scared through most of it. But it's Miles Dyson, I guess. This is old. Like I said, this is an older pack, so they probably didn't get around to. They probably weren't as good with their facial expressions as they are now. I'm actually looking at the back of the card, 2009, so it's 8 years old. Pretty much half the life of Minimates. That's how long ago this was. But that doesn't mean that they don't look awesome, because the Terminator next to him looks great. There's tons of detail to him, on his legs, and there's the mold, his chest piece and everything, and the heads. They always did a really good job with the Terminator heads, making them, with tons of detail on them, just like the, movies. Yeah, look at his back. There's so much detail in that, the back of his torso. And actually, even if you look at his feet got a ton they got like ankle bones, just like the Terminators in the movie. Sticking out the bottom of his foot. The other bad part is, if you really look at his hands holding the guns, there is no proper way for him to hold a gun. I don't know how I'm going to remedy that when I do start using him in pictures, but I'm going to have to do something about it, because those guns are really cool. But no matter how he's holding them, it just doesn't look right. I'll have to do something with him to just make him look like he's holding a gun like he should. Maybe they just won't even be sitting in his hands as long as you can't tell in the picture. Who cares? And then you got Sarah Connor. She looks great. She looks just like she did in the movie with all of her, military, kind of assault gear on or whatever. She looks really cool, and she comes with an extra hairpiece. And she does look like Linda Hamilton. She's got a nice scowling face on her. Actually, I really wouldn't mind getting another one of these sets. I would have another Terminator, robot from the future, and Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor. She looks pretty cool. I like that head. So they did have very good facial expressions back then. And then, last but not least, of course, you got Arnold, and they nailed the likeness on him. He does, that looks like Arnold to me. Looks a little bit younger than he might have in that movie, but looks really good. I like the detail on the chest piece, with the torn shirt, and you can see his Terminator parts underneath. They gave him this normal Minimate metal hand, which I like that they did that, but they also gave him one of the Terminator kind of claw hands, which I don't, you know, they're kind of oversized if you really look at them. Yeah, just look at them. They're pretty big. They don't really hold stuff very well either. So I'm glad that they gave us that other one, you know, the normal Minimate hand. But that, you know, that claw hand actually may come in handy, you know, in a shot where it's not supposed to be on on Arnold, when, you know, maybe John Connor or Sarah has the hand, or Miles Dyson, and you know, they're loading it up in a backpack or something. That would actually work. Now that I think about it, that may be a cool shot. But anyways, I do have a setup for Miles and Sarah up above, and then I actually got a third one. You know, I got two pictures up there for Miles and Sarah, two separate pictures, but I also have a third one that's kind of in the process of getting put together for this Terminator, and then the next set I'm going to review. So let's take a look at them. So here's a first shot. This one's with Miles, obviously. And this is the you know, scene at their building. I almost called it a Nakatomi building. I can't remember what the name of his building was that he worked at. Cyberdyne. That's Cyberdyne. I got to get a detonator for his hand yet, but you know, if you've seen the movie, you remember this moment. You know, the police walk in and he's got the detonator and he ends up blowing up the building. So, but and this is the setup. Got our two cops. I got the barrel. It looks like it's wired up, and then it's an office setting. So that background piece there, it's in the process of being made. It looks like crap right now, but it'll work in this picture. You know, you won't be able to see, you know, the lines on it and how unfinished it is. So it'll work for now. Yeah, and then my second picture, we got Sarah, you know, down in Mexico or wherever they were, at the picnic table when she has her dream, and I think whoops, there she goes. But she carves in the picnic table, no fate but what we make. So anyways, I think that's the quote, isn't it? If it isn't, correct me, you know, go right ahead. Anyways, you know, these are my two shots I got set up for this pack. I got, you know, another one coming up pretty soon from another set I bought. I'm very happy to have these Minimates. Terminator is one of my all-time favorite franchises, so it'll be pretty cool to finally start taking some pictures with these guys. Anyways, thanks for checking out my video, and we'll see you guys around.